Hey guys. Hey Bree. I'm tired. It's like I went from one job to the next. Also, Bree, I just realized we got a problem. I can't do tomorrow because Black Pros got to show up for the award show tomorrow to see when we, to see if we won our readathon award like we supposed to. Hi Don. Hi guys. I know normally I would be like drawing and stuff by now, but let's get my Sprocket. Hey, haven't seen y'all in a minute. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope everyone charged, their respective devices and whatnot, so we can do some planning in our planner. And then the next video will be just bullet journal stuff. So if you guys don't know, I'm using a messed up planner. This planner has got multiple mess ups, but this is the planner that I'm using for 2022 as far as reading planner is concerned. So while we wait for everybody to come in, I'm actually just going to add a little deco for my page myself. I'm just going to start. Oh, what was it? Also, actually, can you guys hear me very well? Let's make sure. Can you guys hear me? I'm going to try it from the camera today. So let me know if you guys like the volume, if you want me to go back to my snowball. Oh my gosh. You know what? I don't blame you. This is real honest. The only reason that I'm using my planner this year is because I got a lot of questions and concerns about, how to actually use the planner. So I didn't want to leave everybody hanging. So I figured the best way to make sure that everybody felt comfortable, in the planner that they purchased was, if I open mine. But I also normally record all of this stuff. What was it? What is the word I'm looking for? I normally pre-record all of this stuff and then go in and edit and, make it all pretty and whatnot. So this has been a very interesting lesson for me, doing it on the fly. But it's also, it's like calling out my imperfections and like making me have to stay in them anyway, because it's not like I can just re-record it or anything like that. So I'm using Melanin Eclectic Washi, obviously. So yeah, today we are working on the annual pages that come up before the first month. So like this page, which I'm actually very excited to get to today. So I've been on the blogs and stuff having a full cackle because I've been such a terrible reader this year that I didn't even realize that Goliath was coming out next month. So we are about to, actually, what we're going to do is we're going to do it in pencil first so I can make sure that I get all the information correctly, and then we'll go in. So I went and filled up my Goodreads so I could make sure that I get it. Let's see. because I'm going to switch to the other book thing next year. Just haven't done it. Let's see. Let's see. It's taking a minute to come up for some reason. Okay. So we're going to go to want to read. I like doing them in chronological order, or chronological order is what I want to write it down. But there's only a couple of them that I actually like need to ensure that they are on my list quick, fast, and in a hurry. So the first one that comes out is The Girl in the Lake. The Girl in the Lake. India Hill Brown. It comes out January 4th. I haven't decided purchase or not. Like, all that stuff is going to matter eventually, but yeah. Let's see. Trying to do all the January ones because I think all the books that are coming out in January are books that I either need to read their first book and so I can be ready for the release, because some of the books that came out in 2021, I purposely did not read them. One, because they were super hyped and I didn't want to get scarred, and then two, I wanted to wait to find out when their second book was coming out. So also, why you guys can't see that, so we're just gonna take a chance and write in pen. So it's The Girl in the Lake. I read India's first book and it was creepy, but in a good way, if that makes sense. Okay, actually, I think I want to be super extra. I think I'm just going to change colors each time that we'll do those colors. We'll do all of the pinks, purples, and blues. So, also, did y'all charge your sprockets and stuff? Like, are you ready? Because I'm going to print out some of the books that I know for a fact I have to have. And, so we're going to do Ashes of Gold. And see, this book, I need to finish Wings of Ebony. It wasn't that I didn't like it or anything. It was that I just didn't feel like reading. Oh, we're losing viewers today. Must have been a bad time. Somebody must be doing reading sprints or something today. But thank y'all for staying who have stayed. So we have JL, and she comes out January 11th. Again, need to decide what I'm going to buy and what I'm going to put on my birthday list. The next one that comes out is Daughters of the Moon Goddess. So, also, if anybody has any books that you are super excited that's coming out in 2022, leave them in the comments, because we might as well construct our list together. And see what we come out with. So the next one on the list is Daughter of the Moon Goddess. I think this is a middle grade, because when I was reading, I was actually reading a lot of middle grade. Let's see. This one is by Sulin Tan. This one's also released on January 11th. And this one is It's a fantasy inspired by the legend of Chang'e, the Chinese moon goddess, in which a young woman's quest to free her mother pits her against the most powerful immortal in the realm. Y'all know that's my cup of tea, so yeah. Next one is Akata Woman by Dr. Nadia Corfar. This one, I didn't even realize. Did anybody else, like, I knew that it was coming because of which festival? I can't remember the festival. I just know that and Jerry interviewed her, and that's where she mentioned this, and I was like, seriously, we get a third one. So I thought that it was like, I thought the whole series was over, but apparently it's not. Okay. That's January 18th. Oh, and then, like I said, Goliath by Toshi Onyebuchi is coming out. And I think the thing that like cracks me up the most about this one is I'm gonna just read y'all the premise. So in the 2050s, Earth has begun to empty. Those with the means and the privilege have departed the great cities of the United States for more comfortable confines of space colonies. Those left behind salvage what they can from the collapsing infrastructure. As they eke out an existence, their neighborhoods are being cannibalized. Brick by brick, their houses are sent to the colonies. What was once a home, now a quaint reminder for the colonists of the world that they wrecked. So, if you guys remember during quarantine pages when I interviewed him and he was talking about space colonizers, essentially, like that's this book. That's Goliath. So, if you're not excited, that's fine. Y'all know he's an insta buy for me, so this one is getting purchased, and so is Akata Woman. Actually, yeah, those two are definitely getting purchased, and these come out before my birthday, so they will be purchased with my coin because I can't wait. Let's see the next one. I'm going to write down all the ones in my Goodreads, and then if you guys give me any more, I'm going to write them. But yeah, my question still stands. What books are you looking forward to reading that are coming out in 2022? Any indie authors, any new authors? Please leave them in the comments. So the next one that I'm interested in reading is Cameron Battle and the Hidden Kingdom by Jamar J. Perry. It's another middle grade book. Um, yeah, I'm trying to find more books with. I'm trying to find more books with young Black boys as the protagonists. I started Wings of Ebony, but I haven't finished it. I plan on reading when I go on my little vacation. I plan on reading a lot more, so I'm hoping my goal is to finish Wings of Ebony before January 11th. Cameron Battle and the Hidden Kingdoms. Hopefully, we don't get any titles longer than that. Oh, yeah. Amari and the Great Game is definitely on my list, and it's definitely an insta buy for me this time. Um, I think I already pre ordered that one, to be honest. I got to look at my other notebook because I think that's already pre ordered. So let's see. Yeah. The next one. Yep, that's the one. That's the next one. Oh, Master of Souls is on my list too. Oh, also, I did leave links in the description box. So there should be an Amazon idea list in there. And then there are 2 channels that I've made so far. I haven't finished making the other ones because I'm not gonna lie, I draw when I'm in meetings to keep myself awake. So if you are interested in joining the game channel or the book channel, both of those channels have been made and their links are in the description box. Next book on the list is Marty and the Great Game. Let's see. Oh, hold on. Let me put that here. If anyone who doesn't have access to Wings of Ebony wants to, Riveted by Simon Teen is having it for free on December 13th for 24 hours. Yeah, I actually have an arc of Wings of Ebony and I bought the book. So I have it. I haven't gotten to it yet. There are definitely a lot of sequels because there were actually a lot of books that came out this year, and then they even came out, some of them were actually like really good. Another one that I want is Okoye to the People, which is a Black Panther novel by Ibi Zoboi. I'm just going to put Ibi Zoboi because there are a lot of people that go into these types of books, but that's just the first person on there. That one comes out March 1st. Next one is, I don't know how I feel about this one. Have you guys heard about the one? Oh, India's book is called The Girl in the Lake. Her second book is called The Girl in the Lake. I think it is more horror, but it's middle grade horror, if that makes sense. So like, it's freaky, but it's doable. But have you guys heard of the book called One for All, where it's supposed to be like a gender bent Three Musketeers type story? And it's supposed to feature somebody with a chronic illness. I don't know how I feel about that one, so I don't know if I'm putting it on the list. But the next book that I know for a fact I want is The Blood Scion. Yeah, it's just like Forgotten Girl, but it's like it's another story. I think the way that India does these books are so well done because I actually learned a lot in The Forgotten Girl. There's a lot of stuff I didn't know, so like she really brought it full circle. I'm definitely reading The Girl in the Lake. The next book on the list of new releases that I want to read is Blood Scion. This one is by Deborah Fillet, I think. Honestly, don't know how to pronounce her name. But basically, it is. I'm going to just read the premise. They wanted me to be a monster. I'll be the worst monster they ever created. 15-year-old Sloane can incinerate an enemy at will. She is a scion, a descendant of the ancient Orisha gods. Under the Lucius' brutal rule, her identity means her death if her powers are discovered. But when she is forcibly conscripted into the Lucius army on her 15th birthday, Sloane sees a new opportunity to overcome the bloody challenges of the Lucius training and destroy them from within. Sloane rises through the ranks and gains strength, but in doing so, risks something greater, losing herself entirely and becoming the very monster she abhors. So obviously, this catered to my violent side, and I really hope that it's violent because there's no way you can have the power to incinerate somebody and not use it. And if it ends up being one of those books, y'all know I will voice it and be really upset that they wasted a power of that magnitude. That comes out March 8th. Dum-dum-dum-dum-dum. So let's see. The next one on the list is The Blood Trials, The Blood Gift Duology #1 by N.E. Davenport. So this one is blending fantasy and sci-fi. N.E. Davenport's fast-paced, action-packed debut kicks off a duology of loyalty and rebellion in which a young Black woman must survive deadly trials in a racist and misogynistic society to become an elite warrior. It's all about blood. The blood spilled between the Republic of Marine and the armies of the Blood Emperor long ago. The blood gifts of Marine's deadliest enemies. The blood that runs through the elite warhouses of Marine, the rulers of the tribunal dedicated to keeping the Republic alive. It's a lot of blood. It's a lot of words of blood. I'm interested. Again, I'm hoping that this is also something of the violent nature. I don't even know if I'll still be like in a violent mood by the time this book comes out, but it's on the list and it's been on the list for a while. So yeah, we'll add the N.E. Davenport. And this one comes out April 5th. The next one is The Merciless Ones. I don't think blood is the word of the year, but a lot of times, like when I get stressed out, I want to either like play violent games or shooting games. Like first person shooters are definitely high on the list when I'm stressed out. And then it's like I don't want to read about people having happily ever afters and finding their true loves. Like I just want to see like guts split open essentially. But this is the Merciless Ones is the Gilded Ones second book. So I think the Deathless 2 that comes out April 5th. Did I thought I had a historical fiction on here? Oh, I do. Okay. So the next one on the wonderful list is called Take My Hand by Daleen Perkins Valdez. And it's a historical fiction. It says, inspired by true events that rocked the nation, a profoundly moving novel about a Black nurse in post-segregation Alabama who blows the whistle on terrible wrong done to her patients, from the New York Times bestselling author of Wench, Montgomery, Alabama, 1973. Fresh out of nursing school, Sybil Townsend has big plans to make a difference, especially in her African American community. At the Montgomery Family Planning Clinic, she intends to help women make their own choices for their lives and bodies. But when her first week on the job takes her down a dusty county road to a worn-down one-room cabin, she's shocked to learn that her new patients are children, just 11 and 13 years old. Neither of the Williams sisters have even kissed a boy, but they are poor and Black, and for those handling the family's welfare benefits, those reasons enough to have the girls on birth control. As Sybil grapples with her role, she takes India, Erica, and their family into heart, until one day she arrives at the door to learn that the unthinkable has happened and nothing will ever be the same for any of them. I'm only reading this because I don't know. I like a good historical fiction. I don't know. It's like drama but facts kind of thing. So I'm ready for this one. I'll obviously my list will be way longer than this because I only went to 2 blogs today. And I went to the first ones on the list. So I need to go back on my laptop and pull out my bookmarks and go to the blogs that I normally use every year. But this one comes out April 12th. Let's see. Oh yeah. I was just getting to that one. Wait, we have one more before that one. So the next one, and this is another book that I have purposely held off reading because it like swept booktube by storm and I I wasn't sure, and I didn't want to be, I didn't want to be lied to. So this is Fevered Star by Rebecca Roanhorse. And this is the sequel to what is it? The Black Sun. I actually have this book on my shelf, and I've purposely not read it because from what everybody has said that I know and that I trust their reading habits, they were like, they can't believe they have to wait a whole year for the sequel. So it's like now that this is on the list, like I'm more inclined to want to read it now. But this was one of the ones that I knew I wanted to read. I just knew I didn't have the patience or the energy to try to wait a whole year. So I bought the book to support, but it's definitely on my shelf unread. That comes out April 19th. See, I heard Black Sun was good, so that's why I'm mad. Yeah. My other bay, the other automatic buy, if you know anything about Black prose, then you know Elizabeth Acevedo is our bae. We love her. She has a book coming out called Inheritance, and it comes out on May 3rd. It is a poetry book. And honestly, even if I didn't know what it was, I would still buy it because it's Elizabeth Acevedo. But I do know it's a poetry book, and I'm owning it because I own all of her books. So this is another one. So Inheritance. Does anybody know of any adult fantasy books that are coming out next year? Or you read like the first book and they have a sequel coming out? I have no idea, but perfect timing, Miss WOC reader. We need your help. Um, you got any new books that are coming out that you know about? And then also direct people to your social media since you are always a plug person. Between you and Chloe, I don't know which one I get more information from. Let's see. So the next one on the list is The Marvelers. And this one is by Danielle Clayton. So if you guys don't know what that one is, The Marvelers. This is Danielle Clayton's middle grade debut. I've been in a middle grade fantasy kick, so it goes right up my alley. So it says 11-year-old Ella Duran is the first conjurer to attend the Arcanum Training Institute, where marvelers from all over the world come together to practice their cultural arts, like brewing Indian spice elixirs, practicing Caribbean steel drum hypnosis, and bartering with fussy Irish fairies. Interesting. Ella knows some people mistrust her conjurer magic, often deemed bad and unnatural, but she's eager to make a good impression and hopefully some friends. I would read more, but if you're interested, just go read it. Oh, I have that one on the list already. The Blood Trials. Yep, I have that on the list already. Let's see. It's right there. We got Blood Trials already on the list. Yeah, I don't think YouTube likes this channel very much, so I'm really not surprised that you guys didn't get notifications or anything. That's why I'm letting the channel go, because it's clear they've got some kind of victim thing against me on this channel. So yeah, we're gonna add the Marvelers to the list. Danielle. That's also a May 3rd book. Oh, hold on. I know Marcus Braddis. He did the steampunk book that I have on my shelf and still haven't read, but I know him. So Sweep of Starsby. Yeah, I'll post this list on Instagram for you guys. Because the list could go on and on and on, but I'm just writing out the ones that I have right now. And then if I have to do 2 pages, I'll just make like a whole spread of them. Why is Sweep of Stars B? Am I spelling this right? Do you know when it comes out? Because it's not showing up right now for me and I'm mad. Marie Sprados, because I like the premise of his books. I just haven't been in a reading mood. So, like all the other books, they're just taking up space and trying not to dust them. Where is it? Like, I can pull up. There it is. Sweep of Stars. It is Astra Black #1. That comes out March 29th. So this will be the last one that we put on this page, which is fine. So Sweep of Stars. For anybody who's interested, Sweep of Stars is the first in a trilogy that explores the struggle of an empire. Epic in scope and intimate in voice, it follows members of the Mungano Empire, a far-reaching coalition of city-states that stretches from original Earth to Titan as it faces an escalating series of threats. The beauty in blackness is its ability to transform. Like energy, we are neither created nor destroyed, though many may try. A West African proverb. The Mungano Empire strived and struggled to form a utopia when they split away from old Earth, freeing themselves from the endless war and oppression of their home planet in order to shape their own futures and create a far-reaching coalition of city-states that stretch from Earth and Mars to Titan. With the wisdom of their ancestors, the leadership of their elders, the power and vision of the scientists and warriors, they charted a course to a better future. But the old powers could not allow them to thrive and have now set in motion new plots to destroy all that they've built. Why am I not surprised that this all like they were living good and then a colonizer destroyed it? On the list. So this one is Maurice. Kind of reminds me of Quilombos when they said it, but you know. All right. Let's go to the next page. I can't fill out my pre-order page because I haven't pre-ordered any books. Well, I can rather, because there are books that I'm obviously going to pre-order. So we'll fill those out. And then we can start decorating once we have like this part done. I am a fan of RF Quan. Let's look up RF Quan, see what they've got going on. RF. Did I spell Quan wrong? I did. Oops. Why is it doing this? R F. I think it's so annoying when it will not pull up the books. Hold on, we're gonna go on my computer. We're gonna write a sticky note for Quan. If you know the title of the RF Quan book, can you put it in the chat? Secrets and Truths by Whitney Hill. Secrets and Truth by Whitney Hill. Oh, I've seen this I've seen this cover. Yeah, I've definitely seen this cover. So that's what the cover looks like, guys. Honestly, I'm not even doing anticipated reads this year because every year that I do anticipated reads, like most of those books on the list are disappointing. So instead, I'm just taking note of the books that are coming out and then going on about that. So, Secret Truths by Whitney Hill is book 1 of Other Side Heat, the paranormal romance spinoff to the Shadows of Other Side series. Sparks fly when the hunter becomes the hunted. Half-elven bounty hunter Lyra Desmarius is living in exile in North Carolina after getting into trouble back home. When her boss makes it clear he's got a target on her back, she seeks dangerous allies to regain control of her future. Vampire vagabond Cade is running from his past and thirsty for more power than mundanes can offer. So we've got a lot happening in there. I'm interested. What's funny is I'm not interested. Like, I'm interested, but I'm interested in, like, I'm gonna read that for Naked probably this year. So we're gonna add that to the list, and I'm just gonna put a star. Like, that's definitely a wonderful addition to the Naked list. As we know, I don't read often. And then we got to get ready for this other readathon. So I got to start collecting. That's another thing. I need to start collecting romance books because we're going to make that discussion that we had into a readathon. So I got to collect the books so I can do it. Let's see. Ken Liu has the 4th book in the Dandelion Dynasty series. I've never read the Dandelion series, but let me look at the first book and see if this is, because if anything, oh wait, hold on. I need to add the other book. I just put Secrets and Truth. And I need to add the Marcus book onto this list. Sorry, I'm taking too long. It's been a long day. You know, I'll just add them later. We'll just keep going. Let's see. Ken Liu. The Dandelion Dynasty. Let's see. This series started in 2015. One of the Times 100 best fantasy books of all time. Wow. 2 men rebel together against tyranny and then become rivals. In this first sweeping book of an epic fantasy series from Ken Liu, recipient of Hugo, Nebula, and World Fantasy Awards, Wiley, charming Kunu Gara, a bandit and stern, fearless Mata Zindu. It's a lot of names. I'm intrigued. 1, because I said that I wanted to read more male authors. And 2, this is a book with male protagonists. So I'm going to add the series to my Goodreads. And if I like the first book, then we'll add that to the list. Thanks for that. I need to get back into the swing of my channel, but like I said, I'm not doing an anticipated reads list. I might do it by quarter, because then I'll have time to like really look at all the lists and stuff that are on the blogs and things, and I'll be able to like better determine what I want. Bitter by I can never say Aweke Imezi. I'm more interested in that one. That one just because the author is an insta buy. But let me go back to my list. So I am interested in this. There's a lot of middle grade on my list, which is funny. Another book of interest. That's a book of interest, but not like I want it on my list interest. Oh man, let's see. I'm not even going in order anymore. We're just gonna go back up. So obviously I need to do my top 3. So Master of Souls. Duh. Master of Souls. I really enjoy the series. I felt like book 2 was a lot happening, but I went back and listened to book 2 via audiobook, and I'm not as overwhelmed by all of what was happening. So that's good, I guess. So next one is Blood Like Fate, which is funny because I even finished Blood Like Magic, but like I said, a lot of books have bookmarks in them because I just did not feel like reading. I've started about 8 books that have bookmarks in them, just waiting for me to go back to them. That one's on August 9th. I have the Encanto soundtrack in my head hard. Blood Marked, obviously. I have hopes, wants, and dreams for how I want book 2 to be, and what I'm praying gets introduced into it would make my heart flutter, but you know. I also would love to just completely eliminate all love interest, but whatever, you know. Let's see. I'm proud of you for recording. I have not been in a mood to record. I don't know if you have it. Ballad and Dagger by Daniel Jose Older. I don't have that one on the list, but let's look it up so I can share it with everyone else too. Oh, there's an audiobook for Bloodlight Magic. Maybe I'll try that because I can do those while I draw. Because this is also the time where I'm trying to get ahead for releases for next year. Oh, I love the cover. Let me see. I like the cover. It's giving what it needs to give here. So let me just, there we go. So the premise of this one comes out May of 2022. Is this a middle grade? Nope, it's YA fantasy, urban fantasy, so black fantasy. Okay, got it, because we know that's the only reason why they call it urban. Best-selling author Rick Riordan presents Daniel Jose Older's music and magic-filled YA urban fantasy about 2 teens who discover each other and their powers during a political battle within a unique diaspora community. Brimming with mystery, mayhem, and heart, Ballad and Dagger gives us... Does this not remind you of another series? The title? Ballad and Dagger gives us a wondrous new magic steeped in deep traditions. It's a gorgeous romance, a wild adventure, a powerful story that unravels not only the pain of diaspora, but the strength of community and the ways we provide refuge for one another. I'm willing to give this a try. I don't know. I don't know yet. It didn't immediately grab me, but again, it has a male protagonist in the story. So, and it's a male. So it's been added to my Goodreads list but I don't know if I'm gonna put it on my list here. Let's see. Oh, Miss WOC Reader. They want to know about your indie arts. You are the art queen. At this point, you might as well just like add that to your list of names. Just like call yourself like AKA the art queen. I want to read the Shadow Shaper series or the Shadow Shaper book. Like, what did you give it? 2 stars, 3 stars? Like, give me your star rating. You know, we would all love to watch a video of all of the arcs that you have to read that are coming out in 2022. Because that in itself is actually a list. I'm just saying, if you feel like recording a video, as I plan on actually watching booktube videos when I go on vacation. Hey, Shay. Let's see. The next book on the list is, so I haven't read. Oh man, I haven't read This Poison Heart yet. But because it's Black girls, I'm basically gonna buy it because the first book cover is really pretty and I want the other book cover. And I think it was like a fairy loot cover or whatever that I got. And so I just want it. at this point. I haven't even read it. I haven't read anything. I feel like making this list is calling me out so hard for like everything I did not read. Everything that I had plans, hopes, and dreams of reading. And then it was like, but Animal Crossing, but Cozy Grove, but Spirit Fair. Yes, we do need to work on some romances for me. Obviously, y'all know I can do Christina C. Jones, Love Belvin in them. But if there are like if you're gonna suggest romance books to me, please can they be black people? Um, I don't have anything against anybody else, but like, you know, I'm trying to think if I had to choose a romance trope. Oh my gosh. And Oshale would be so sad that I cannot immediately come up with anything. I find all romance tropes to be eye rolls. It's like, oh, enemies to lovers. They're not even really enemies. They just have never talked to each other before. Or like friends to lovers. It's like, have you always just been sitting there waiting to creep up on your friend? Or like, were you actually friends and then caught feelings? Questions that need answers. Uh, as I'm saying this, I'm like, I don't even know. I think the only ones that I don't like are like, oh, I was engaged to her sister and now I started dating. Now we're together. I don't do that crap because that's against sister code. Sorry, I've been talking a lot today, so no. Nicole went and ordered washi tape too. Did she post a video? I need to go look because she had me dying yesterday. Like, I can't believe she already bought a stack of washi tape. We just had this conversation like 2 days ago. Jeez. I keep telling her, do not go out and buy all of the supplies in the world. Figure out what you like and then, go from there. Oh, here's another. Is this a middle grade one? Again, a lot of middle grade has been calling me because the fantasy for middle grade has really been stepping their game up. I need to go look on Twitter because that is hilarious. I'm interested in this book called Theo Tan and the Fox Spirit by Jesse Q. Sutanto. Um, it says, after inheriting a grieving fox spirit, a Chinese American boy must learn to embrace his heritage to solve the mystery of his brother's death. Theo Tan and the Fox Spirit. Theo doesn't want a spirit companion. He just wants to be a normal American kid playing video games, going to conventions, and using Surth pendants to cast his spells like everyone else. But when his older brother dies, Theo ends up inheriting Jamie's fox spirit, Kai. I love foxes. I love kitsune. This is right up my alley. And like I said, I've been reading a lot of middle grade fantasy. When I do feel like reading, I have gone to fantasy, but middle grade. And like CC Rios and the Desert of Souls, that was another book from this year that I was surprised by. I genuinely enjoyed the book. I want to know when book 2 is coming out. I guess I need to look that up while I'm thinking about it. So 2020. Why did I write 2022? Obviously, we know it's coming out in 2022. Oh my goodness. Also, tomorrow we find out that Black Prose, because I'm just going to speak this into existence. Like tomorrow we find out, that Black Prose is about to be an award-winning book club. You know what I'm saying? So I won't be on tomorrow because normally the time that I would get on to talk to you guys, I need to do my makeup, put on a wig, put on a cute shirt, look good from the waist up type thing. But me, Oshale, and Troy Nicole are super excited about that. We're talking about it in our chat. Like, how dope would that be if Black Prose won? Yes, me and Oshale will be attending the show. will be representing for all three of us. But we were talking about it in the chat, and we were like, I'm gonna be like I want us to win. One, because we work really hard on our readathons. Like, we're already working on the 2022 readathons right now. And then two, like, this readathon is focused on Black people, like Black. And so it would be really cool to be like, this award-winning Black romance readathon. Like, when I tell you I'm going to go change all the graphics to say award-winning readathon. So I'm currently trying to decide about my wig. I think I'm wearing a red wig tomorrow. I think I'm doing red hair. Because I'm going to just go black lips. I think I'm going, like, my makeup will be fierce. I will not disappoint y'all. I will show up to show out. But yeah, I need to go tweet Nicole and be like, I heard you went shopping. Let's see. Me and a squad of people are reading Bayou Christmas Disappearance right now. It's a romantic suspense, but more mystery than romance. See, the book that you bought me this year, the Kelly Garrett, like, I'm gonna read her other books, I think, next year, to keep with keep some mystery in my life, because that really helped. That really gave me a moment. I just got this middle grade in the mail from Random House called Honest June. It sounds super cute and releases on December 28th. Okay, let's look up Honest June. Because, like I said, I don't know. I personally feel like middle grade has really stepped up in the past, like, year or two, and just been giving so much variety. So I need to look it up. Also, like, I turned all my notifications off on Twitter a long time ago, so I have to, like, go and check to make sure. Okay, so this is what Honest June looks like. That looks really cute. For June Jackson, middle school is hard enough, but it's even harder when a fairy godmother grants her the ability to only tell the truth all the time. Are you a fairy godmother if you set somebody up like that? Is it a blessing or a major curse? June's charming story will inspire big laughs and even bigger love for a new heroine for our times. June Jackson is an expert at exceeding people's expectations. She can't help it. She's a people pleaser. Oh, that's really cute. Okay, we're going to add, this is a want to read. Also, Brittany Bond as the illustrator. I like her. Let's see. Onyx by Otis Jordan. Y'all are giving good things again. Onyx by Otis. Oh, Otis L. Jordan the third. Okay. I'll have to look it up because it's listed on here, but it doesn't tell me what it's about. So give me a synopsis. Like, if you want me to read Onyx, how would you get me to read Onyx? Give me a synopsis. What kind of stories do you want to read about in your Black romance? To be honest, I don't mind, because they're basically contemporary stories with love. So I don't mind. What I'm open to all romance, as long as it's not that foolishness about my sister was engaged to him and now I sleep with him foolishness. That part I could never get with, because the way I would mollywop my sister just for trying to get my seconds, that's weird. Let me go to Twitter real quick so I can see Nicole's thing. Dear Lord. Oh my gosh. Just in case y'all don't know, this is the washi. That's like mega rolls of washi. That's crazy. Jesus. I'm like, we just talked about this. We talked about that for real. And then sure enough, it's right there, tagged in it. Oh man, I can't. I love it. Yeah, I'm gonna try to give glam. I'm gonna even put on lashes because I get really self-conscious. That's another reason why we haven't really been doing a lot of face-to-face things, because my face is really fat right now and I'm struggling. Middle grade is giving what YA should be giving right now. Black beauty tuber fantasy on my TBR for next year is called Wild Seed Witch. I like the name of this book, so hold on. But yes, I agree with you. I feel like middle grade, especially the middle grade fantasy, has really been showing up and showing out. And I feel like the YA fantasy is the same fantasy over and over, especially if it's POC. Um, and I'm just like, listen, we already know about the girl who's an outcast. Like, I like that middle grade is focusing a lot more on family and tradition. So, oh, look at the cover of this. Look at that. That is beautiful. Okay, so this one is called Wild Seed Witch by Marty Dumas. It comes out May 10th. And this one is Hassani's post seventh grade summer to-do list is pretty simple. Get her bigger following on her makeup YouTube channel and figure out how to get her parents back together. What she does not expect is that an emotional outburst will spark a latent magical ability in her, or that the magic will be strong enough to attract the attention of witches, or that before she can say Black girl magic, she'll be shipped off on a scholarship to a fancy finishing school for talented young ladies. Les Belles Demoiselles, I don't even know how to say that, is a literal charm school. Here, generations of young ladies from old money witch families have learned to harness their magic, and alumni grow to become some of the most powerful women across industries, including politicians, philanthropists, CEOs, entrepreneurs, and yes, even social media influencers. Needless to say, admission to the school is highly coveted, very exclusive, and Hassani sticks out like a weed in a rose bouquet. While the other girls have always known that they were destined to be witches, Hassani is a wild seed, a stray witch from a family of non-witches with no background knowledge, no way to control her magic, and a lot to catch up on. Wild seed may be an insult that the other girls throw at her, but wild seeds are more powerful than they know. I'm interested. We're going to click want to read, and we're going to go ahead and bust this mug out on the list. I'm interested. The cover also kind of sold me before I read the premise. I can't spell wild seed. That's fine. Embarrass yourself on Beyonce's internet with misspells. I like this one. Marty Dumas. May 10th. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Onyx is a Black science fiction book about a doctor leading a team of supercharged individuals against a corrupt president after a worldwide event changes their appearances. Huh. Well, first of all, that sounds like a dope show. First of all, like, I would totally watch that. I like the way Onyx sounds. So we're adding Onyx. We're adding Onyx to the long list. I might go on, I might use Black Prose's Instagram and just post like Black books that are coming out in 2022. Like, not to say like they're like, oh, I need to read these books. More like, I just saw this Salter and that's hilarious. But I want to just shout out books because I liked the way that we shouted out books for Naked. So I like that idea of shouting out just books that are coming out or already came out. This on Goodreads, it said it came out in 2021. Yeah, I totally agree with this, Miss WOC Reader, because it's kind of how, and this is going to be so weird. So obviously y'all don't know this. I'm a huge Disney Pixar person. Like, I know the history and I like looking up weird facts about them and stuff. But I've noticed that in a lot of like the new Pixar, the new Disney, there aren't even really villains. It's more like family stuff that they've been going through. And I like that idea because I've also been seeing that in middle grade where even when it's Black girls, like their struggles are not because they're, it's like, yes, we are aware that they're Black and we do know that there are biases because they're Black, but that's not like their whole struggle. You know what I'm saying? It's like we're getting more stories like everyone else's stories in middle grade more than YA. Let me see. So we have, let me just, hold on. We have a list. I pulled up a list, but that list is not giving me what I wanted. And I can't find the blog that I normally use. So that's been a little mess. Everybody messages me when I'm talking to you guys. Jason Reynolds has another book coming out. It's The Mouthless God and Jesus #2. Is that it? I want to know why my Goodreads on my computer is weird. Okay. I don't think that already came. I think that already came out. We're gonna. Yes, this is the issue that I'm having. And then there's like authors that are hitting me up in my DMs. And I mean, one also PSA. If you are an indie author or an author, period, and you send somebody a DM asking them to review your book, can you like, if you're gonna write in the email that you follow my content, you think I'm a good fit, can you at least follow me first before you lie? Thanks so much, management. But yeah, a lot of the stories I've been seeing, I'm like, I want to read something where, okay, yeah, he or they are Black, but like that doesn't have to be the only part of their story. It's like, why is it every time we ask for Black books, it's always like, they must fight because they're Black? Why can't we be like everybody else and just mind the business that pays us when it pays us? I'm not gonna rant, but that's really how I be feeling. Let's look up 2022. Okay, my keyboard fell asleep. 2022 book releases. I'll put fantasy for right now. We'll see what comes up because that's my genre. Let's see. Yes, I've had some want me to read their book, but no, hello, just do this. One even said, did look at my stories. I tagged you. Okay. Yeah, it's like, I don't know. It's like, on one hand, I don't mind being hit up to read books. Also, as long as you understand that because you're hitting me up, like this has become a job for me. It's not just me randomly finding your book and being like, oh, I'm interested. It's like you've sought me out. So at this point, it's a job, which means like we're going to discuss pay. We're going to discuss timeline. We're going to have a contract. Like, I don't know. I got some attitude from people that was like, well, like one person, I'm not gonna put them out like that because I hope if they actually do watch my channel, they learn from this. But they made a comment that was like, when you talk about your fave authors, like, do you send them a contract to talk about their books too? And I just felt the type of way about that because it was like, you came into my DMs asking me for work and got mad that I gave you a rate, but you asked me to work for you. It was a mess. Okay, I am not your street team. Why is it this author who thinks I should be her free promo person stay DMing me to boost her post for her upcoming book I've never expressed interest in? That is another thing. Please stop doing that. That is weird. I'm not even gonna lie. Those type of people, I leave you in the Do you want to read their message section, or I block you? Because I think that's extremely insensitive. It's like, you want me to take you seriously as an author, but you don't take me seriously as the marketing person I can be for you. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I've been dealing with that a lot. I just needed to get that off my chest. Thank y'all. Because I was really like, wow, the audacity. But seriously, if you're not even following me, don't send me no messages. I can see that you're not following me. At least follow me before sending me the message. At least pretend like you follow me. Oh, there's a book called, I'm just going to read this off to you guys. There's a book called The Circus Infinite by Con Wong. It comes out March 8th, 2022. It says, Jess, an empath, has gravity powers many scientists want to covet. Now a mixed species fugitive, he runs away to a pleasure moon to a pleasure moon where everyone blends in. Landing a circus job at a hotel to stay off the radar, Jess keeps a low profile, even showing kindness among the crazy scientific activities around him. The local corrupt crime boss who owns the hotel has spotted Jess and forces him to comply with whatever crimes he's told to do, or the consequences could be great. I'm not interested anymore. How does he spot him if he owns the hotel? Wouldn't he have been the one to hire him? I don't know. I don't know. Hey Tasha, yes, if you can DM someone, you can follow them. Facts. Also, Relove, listen, I agree with this because, like, I don't even mind, like, if you hit me up in the DMs and you're like, hey, I have a new book that's coming out that I would like you to be aware of. That's better than some of the messages that I be getting. I'd be like, what? I am not your personal team. And then also another one, like, sending me the book that you want me to review is not compensation. It's not. It's just not compensation. Like, nope, not doing it. Let's see. What is this one? We already have Any Davenport on the list. For people that are fans of, I feel like King Arthur has gotten so many redos and rewrites where, you know, King Arthur's a girl or it's queer. I'm kind of tired of the story and I want them to pick something else. Oh, okay. So this one says The Discord of Gods by Jen Leon. It comes out April 26th. It says, when some stars fade, others explode until it destroys everything. For Kieran, the Sun Eater, that means playing the weak role and creating as little suspicion as possible, as two other threatening beings, Relos Var and the demon Zaltorath, go head to head to take over a universe. They fail to notice Kieran. But their ignorance could serve Kieran's purpose of keeping his loved ones alive as he determines how to control the corrupted magic inside of him that started this mess. Part star, part dragon, and something more, Kieran's life and his time will soon come to an explosive end. So first of all, how are you a star and a dragon? I have lots of questions. How are you a star and a dragon? Like, how did that become a thing? Like, got questions. I'm intrigued. I don't know. I don't know. I am intrigued. I can't even say that I'm not. I am intrigued. My favorite word, dragon, was used, and so I'm intrigued. I don't know. Also, this is a Chorus of Dragons number 5. So I can't even add this to the list because I ain't read Chorus of Dragons number 1. So I can't do that. I love the conversation being had in the chat right now. Does anybody have any more books that they can think of that are coming out in 2022? Because I do not. Yeah, I don't know. I want to see if there's any like popular list or anything. Like there's normally like a 2022 list or something that's out by now. And I feel like a lot of us are just slow. So, all right. Well, it looks like that is all that I'm going to write in my new releases. Oh, I lied. So I have the Audible of Son of the Storm. I was gifted that and I started it. I started it book-wise, stopped reading it to read something else, went back to it for 2 seconds, and now it just has I had to return it to the library and that's it. So the second book is called, because we love a good sequel at this point. I feel like my whole new releases list is nothing but sequels from books from last year. But I definitely want to finish sort of the Son of the Storm. For those who don't know, Son of the Storm is this one. So if you don't remember what the cover looks like. But the sequel is coming out. Warrior of the Wind. It doesn't actually have a final published date. Or I could be very wrong. But the thing that I just looked up did not have a published date. Yeah, I actually really like the audiobook. So I do plan on going back to it. I mean, I own it, so I don't feel like I'm in a rush. And then I like the main character of Son of the Storm. Well, obviously my goal is to start talking about books again on my channel. So I started taking notes about why I liked that book. So Homicide and Halo. Hold on. That is interesting. Homicide and Halo. Tita Rosie's Kitchen Mystery number 2. So another sequel. I never read the first one. The first one is called Arsenic and Adobo. Okay. I'm gonna add Arsenic and Adobo to my list, and if I like it, then I will pick up the second book. But for those who are interested in what Arsenic and Adobo is about, the first book in a new culinary cozy series full of sharp humor and delectable dishes, one that might just be killer. When Lila Macapagal, jack that up probably, moves back home to recover from a horrible breakup, her life seems to be following all the typical rom-com tropes. She's tasked with saving her Tita Rosie's failing restaurant, and she has to deal with a group of matchmaking aunties who shower her with love and judgment. But when a notoriously nasty food critic, who happens to be her ex-boyfriend, drops dead moments after a confrontation with Lila, her life quickly swerves from a Nora Ephraim romp to an Agatha Christie case, with the cops treating her like she's the one and only suspect, and the shady landlord looking to finally kick the Macapagal family out and resell the storefront. Oh, I'm intrigued. That sounds really cute. So we added that to the list, and that just might be one that I'm gonna read because that sounds like somebody died, and we all know I'm down with these kind of books. Let's see. Together We Burn by Isabel Ibanez. I haven't read an Isabel Ibanez book in so long. I'm trying to think, which one was the last one that I read from her? I love the cover of this one. Like, this is the cover of Together We Burn. Really liking the cover. So let's see. Together We Burn. It says, an ancient city plagued by dragons. Yep, I'm sold. It, I'll read the rest for y'all, but I'm sold. So, an ancient city plagued by dragons, a flamenco dancer determined to save her ancestral home, a dragon hunter refusing to teach her his ways. They don't want each other, they don't need each other, and without him, her world would burn. 18-year-old Zarela Zalvidar is a talented flamenco dancer and daughter of the most famous dragonador in Hispalia. People come from miles to see him fight. Oh my gosh, they treat the dragons like bulls? I Yep, I'm sold. We're going to just add this to the good old list. I'm intrigued. Together We Burn. Wow. Yeah, don't worry. I will post this list that I'm making on my personal Instagram, so it'll be on Melanin Eclectic. And then all the ones by Black authors, I'll make some lists for Black prose um in the coming weeks. Okay, let's see. Memory Librarian and Other Stories from Dirty Computer is definitely on my list. Um, I haven't, wait, is it out? That one's not out yet. That one comes out next year, right? Because it's Janelle. So the moment I heard she was coming out with more Dirty Computer stuff and it was a book, I knew that I needed it. So that one's already on the list. That one I think might be a group read with some friends because we were talking about it. It's okay. It's cozy mystery, so you don't even have to read it in order. Ooh, I'm glad that I like the idea of cozy mystery, and I love the fact that it's like kitchen death. God of Neverland. God of Neverland. So is this Peter Pan, but black? Let's see. It's giving. So this is what the cover looks like. So God of Neverland by Gamma Ray Martinez comes out April 5th. In this magical reimagining of J.M. Barrie's classic tale, Michael Darling, the youngest of the Darling siblings and former lost boy, now all grown up, must return to the life he left behind to save Neverland from the brink of collapse and keep humanity safe from the magical and mythological threats, as well as answer the ultimate question: where is Peter Pan? Peter Pan is missing. Neverland is in trouble. Huh. So this is told from the story of the youngest brother. See, a lot of the Neverland stories have been such a letdown, all the rewrites and stuff. I'm intrigued. I'm going to add it to my want to read, but it's not going on my like super excited list because a lot of the Peter Pan retellings have let me down significantly. Just so much. But yeah. All right. So now I feel like I'm not going to put, so I'm going to take all of the books that I know for a fact that I'm going to pre-order or it's going to go on my birthday book list. I know for a fact. We're just going to add them to this list. And well, actually, do I want to do that right now? I feel like I don't want to. What did I say that I was super... Oh, that's right. I wanted to, so today we're going to do Sprocket things. So I wanted to print out some of the covers that like I'm super ready for or very obsessed with. So let's make sure my Sprocket is acting right today. So let's get the cover of Goliath because this is Brittany. So obviously Tochi. So we're going to take the cover. Dang, I got to make sure that when I save this that y'all... Why can I not save the cover on my phone? I can save the cover any other time. Okay, we're just going to take a screenshot. So I'm going to take a screenshot of the cover and we're going to print it out with my Sprocket. And I'm going to show you guys what I mean by like printing it out with the Sprocket and treating it like a scrapbook type of thing. The only issue is I have to make sure y'all don't see any of the other pictures because a lot of my recent pictures are artwork for new releases and y'all can't see that yet. Okay. I have never hooked up this Sprocket to this phone as this is a new phone. So let's see how this works. No, that's my TV, my literal TV in the other room. Come on. Sprockets are great, but they are so annoying. Because sometimes the Sprocket will just shoot right up, work perfectly. Sometimes it'll act like it's the most temperamental thing in the world. Also, if you don't use a Sprocket, if you use a different printer, what is another printer? Because I am actually looking into trying out some other printers. It's not that I don't like this one. I like my Sprocket. I just want to try out other ones to see which one's better. I already have an account. Why are you making me? That's why it wasn't responding. It's making me re-log in. While I'm all for extra security, I just find it extremely time consuming to do this when I already had it set up, ready to go. No, not the wrong. Now it's telling me I got the wrong password. Come on. Stop embarrassing me. I didn't forget. Oh my gosh. It's not. Let's see. It appears that I'm getting embarrassed again. I don't know what's going on, but it will not let me log in with my password. Crap. Okay. So let me just pretend, we're going to pretend like we have the picture printed out. And also I said I was going to make, so we'll make this first page. I'm just going to use some of the leftovers from the first day where we did, what is it called? When we did the January kit day. So when we did this kit, I have some leftover stickers in there and I want to make a book club, book group list. And then on another page, I want to mark, well, I want to do that and then like mark any of their readathons that they might have. And I have to come up with a creative name for, what is it called? I have to come up with a creative name for the new readathon that we're going to do. So as usual, I like borders and I think we're going to do simple ones. We're going to keep it simple. No washi tape today. We're going to just make some borders. Making sure this is still in camera. Also, another middle grade on my list is a comb of Wish Bee. I'm intrigued. Hold on. We've really been on a middle grade kick. Like, I'm glad I'm not the only one that's been on a middle grade kick either. I still need to read my book for Hoathon. Does anybody remember the other month that Hoathon is a thing? Because I think I might have time to actually participate next year. Because when it came around this year, I had so much going on that I couldn't participate. So if anybody knows Ooh, Lisa, you're a Black woman. Bet. So this is what a comb of wishes looks like, by the way. So a comb of wishes is, sure enough, the sea woman will come for what's hers. Ever since her mother's death, Keela feels every bit as broken as the shards of glass known as the mermaid's tears that sparkle on the beaches of St. Rita. But when she discovers a different kind of treasure, she accidentally summons an actual mermaid, the wrathful Ophidia. Ophidia makes Keela a bargain, her ancient comb in exchange for a wish. And though Keela knows that what she wants most is her mother's back, a wish that big will exact a dangerous price. Yup, we're gonna add this to the list. Again, middle grade really has been showing out. That sounds like a wonderful premise to a story. And I'm glad that like it's one where it's like, oh, it's a story about mermaids, but not the super nice, kind mermaids that some of these books have lied to us about. Do 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 do. Ooh, that line got a little wobbly. I don't want to do too much because I feel like there are a lot more clubs and groups and discussions happening. So I don't want to do too much decoration because I think I need room to write. So book clubs and their book clubs, readathons. Well, actually no, because we can write the readathons and challenges here, but book clubs and book events, I think is the list. And we're probably going to write this in pencil. So book clubs and book events. Obviously, the one that I can write definitely is Black Prose Club. And for those who don't know, Black Prose Club has 3 readathons. We will be introducing a 3rd readathon this year. We have the Black Book Summit in February and the Reading Black Challenge. And there's a 5th thing. Oh, and we read books throughout the year. But I think that's all of the events. So, if you are in the chat and you have reading groups, reading things, like for example, I know that Locke's Booktition has, I'm going to make a whole section just for Locke's Booktition. I feel like some of these you could do like a Venn diagram and connect them because like Locke's Booktition and Bookish Realm have the realm of comics. And if I'm not mistaken, Bookish Realm is the leader of the saga read along. And then Block Booktition does Rick Riordan books with Nicole. And then I know that Erica is also doing like, see how this list I will also post on my Instagram when it's actually finished. So I know that we're gonna be, I'm leaving reading goals blank. So we have the Hoathon, Blackoween, I do not know the name of our 3rd of the reading your least faves. Do I want to call it a second chance readathon? Probably not, because that implies that like I tried to read it and DNF'd it. I need a name for that readathon. Normally you guys end up giving us the names without even thinking about it. So yeah, we have Throwbackathon, Naked, Hoathon, Blackoween, Dee Dee's. What is the name of Dee Dee's readathon? Shoot. I can't remember Dee Dee's readathon. I am a terrible follower. Holy crap. Wait, hold on. We're on my wrong Instagram. Read So Lit. There we go. I think there's a Caribbean readathon. Let's see. I can't think of nothing. This is crazy. Going back to Black Prose. The graphics on here look so cute. There's a Black Girl Reads book club on Instagram. It is a Chicago-based club. So I'm going to write that here. Black Girls Read. There's Rebel Women Lit. There's, my goodness. Because Rebel Woman Lit is the Caribbean one. Yes. And where are some other ones? Read Caribbean Month is definitely in June. Oh, Noria's Fuckathon. I wonder if she's doing it again this year. Gotta ask her. Oh my goodness. The list is just growing a lot. There is in Jerry's Kwanzaa Reflectathon. And then there's the other Kwanzaa-a-thon, Kwanzaa Reflectathon, Kwanzaa-a-thon, Reflect-a-thon. Then there's the Kwanzaa-a-thon. There's so many a-thons. Let's see. Let me go back to the follow list and see who we're following. We follow a lot of authors. Oh, duh. I said that one already. So there's this a new one, The Realm of Comics. I'm excited about that one because comics are bae. One day I'll show y'all my comics. One day. Read So Lit. Already have it. There's an Ace readathon. Are they still active? I don't know if they're still active, but it says the Ace Space on Instagram. I'm I'm behind on everything. I don't even know how far back I am without even thinking about it. Dang. And we follow a lot of authors on Black Bros. So, yeah, interesting. We don't have a really big list today, guys. Is anybody doing any book events like Y'all Fest or anything? I kind of want to do Y'all Fest, but I also kind of feel like it's overwhelming. Okay, so we're going to skip reading goals and we're going to do, I'm going to add Read Black because that's our challenge. And then new readathon, which we got to figure out when we're coming out with that readathon or what months work for y'all. I am missing somebody's readathon that I actually participate in. I'm missing somebody's. Let's see. February, I don't participate in any readathons because Black Book Summit is overwhelming. March, I don't know. I feel like when I get off of here, I'll have to share both of these lists as we make them. And then when I go live with Bree, I gotta text her and tell her we can't do tomorrow. But if Black Pros wins, I want y'all to know we plan on doing a special live to like just cackle. So let's see. Texas has a book fest. Let's see, book fest. Watch it be in like Austin or something. Book festivals 2022 entries. There's a Texas book festival. It looks very Caucasian. We'll figure this out. I think there might be one. I'll figure it out. If I find all the details and it's not just a kid focused one, I'd totally go. Yeah. Texas Book Festival 2021 was in Austin, Texas. Yep. It's called the Texas Book Festival for anyone who's interested. So I might go. I mean, all the cool festivals are always like close to Austin, near Austin. They don't ever do things in Houston no more. Jeez. Okay. So if nobody can think of any more book clubs and stuff, we're kind of struggling, guys. Oh, they're solar powered. There we go. That is a book club that is ran by Jerry and it's on Facebook. Then the Octavia E. Butler Slow Read. It's funny because like 2 years ago, like 2 years ago, there was like a plethora of book clubs that came out and they had all these events and everything. And like now, like I'm trying to look up their Instagrams and stuff, and a lot of them aren't even active anymore. So can't do this. Yeah. I don't know, guys. I do not know. So some of the goals that I personally have for this year is read books by men and or male protagonist. I'm not giving myself a number in terms of how many books I want to read this year, and my reason for that is um it makes me, I don't know, it made me feel kind of, and on one hand I didn't feel bad about not reading, but when I looked at the fact that I had set a goal to read like 120 books last year and your girl read 30 this year, it hurt my feelings. So for that reason, we're not doing that to ourselves this year. And so what I would like to do is I want to read nonfiction, but not as much. Read more romance and mystery. So I can say read more mystery because that is definitely something that I want to do. I actually want to explore more Black mystery authors. That is a goal. As far as read more romance, outside of what is it called? Outside of the readathons, I don't know if I really want to do that. I don't know. So we'll definitely do read more mystery authors. I think okay, maybe we'll give myself an extra challenge. I need to read 5 romance books this year. We'll read 5. So we'll do 5 romance books. And I'm leaving it broad like that because I don't know which genre or anything. I mean, fantasy romance definitely sounds more up my alley. So I could definitely see that. Let's see. Something, there was another group that I wanted to get into. Oh, okay, so I have books that are series that I started and never finished, and the series are done. So I want to complete at least 3 series that are on my shelf. Because sometimes I hold on to books. Crimson Hunter by N.D. Jones. Let's look this up. I'm intrigued. Crimson Hunter by N.D. Jones. Oh, okay. I love this cover. Oh man, okay, that's giving. It's like she looks like a superhero and there's like a werewolf behind her. Oh, that's dope. I like the cover. Okay. So let's see. This one, for anybody who's interested, it says she's not afraid of big bad werewolves. They're afraid of her. I already love it. The War of Eternal Hunger freed witches from the rule of werewolves, ending a patriarchy only to create a matriarchy. 1,000 years later, Oriana, matriarch of Steel Cross and Crimson Hunter, is a young, untried ruler who seeks to bridge the divide between witches and werewolves. But how can witches trust werewolves not to hurt them when rage disruptor collars are needed to control their lust for witches' blood and magic? And how can werewolves trust witches to treat them as equals when they've built metal cities and armed themselves literally with iron weapons of werewolf destruction? Merrick is a clan of the Black Moon werewolf. When he meets and falls in love with Oriana, he knows action must be taken to starve off his lust for his blood and magic. However, witches are the warm sun to werewolves' cold moon. Is it possible for them to share the same sky? Or will Marek betray Oriana, his blood less stronger than his love, claws and fangs, magic and metal? Will one side devour the other, or will they find a way to peacefully coexist? Welcome to Earth Rift, where moon is black and the sun is crimson. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. You have my interest. The cover already sent me, but maybe somebody might get their intestines split open. That might also be a vibe, you know? So, yeah, I'm digging. Okay. That might be one of the books that I read this year. I'm actually going to just put 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 because I hold myself accountable better when I just write it all out. I'm going to put complete 3 series one line above so I can do my boxes and make them look a little better. So it's the Crimson Hunter, Indy Jones. That's I have a lot of Indy Jones samples I need to finally read. Yeah, you do, because I'm interested. So that's one book. We'll definitely do that one. Do I have any other major goals? Oh, I have a reading list with some friends. So we're gonna just leave a box over here for them. We have a reading list. It does fit the romance reading challenge. Since for some reason y'all are so excited to give me a romance reading challenge, which is funny. So I might just be compiling my TBR for that month where we decide to do that. Which is great. That won't bother me any. Oh, another simple goal. If you're like me and you don't want to put a specific number, but you do want to put reading back into your everyday life, I'm definitely putting 30 minutes a day. 30 minutes reading per day. So one of my goals is to do more buddy reads. I did one and it was fun. I like buddy reads. What's funny is I buddy read a lot of books with Amber from Stop and Smell the Pages. I do a couple buddy reads with obviously and Jerry, Musical Tati, Obsidian Texan Tangents, and Noria. And then I do some buddy reads with my actual friends here in Houston. Like we kind of buddy read Redemptor. We all finished it at different times, which was funny, and talked about it a lot. But yeah. Okay. I don't know. I like having books that me and somebody else are reading around the same time so I can gush. Because you know how sometimes you get books and you're reading them and they get to points where you're either extremely happy, excited, mad, or some type of serious emotion. But you like the friends that you talk about your books, you got to text them like, did you read such and such already? Oh, well, I need you to hurry up and read it so I can gush about it. Instead, with the buddy read, you already have somebody available. So yeah, I think I am gonna add So that's the romance novels. So I do want to add some buddy reads. And I'm not putting a big number on myself. I'm just doing 3 buddy reads. Well, 3 is my minimum, and that does not count any books that I'm reading with like book clubs. All Black cast is definitely. I'm not putting it on this reading goal because that is on the Read Black challenge. Oh, that's something else. I want to successfully get. I want to knock out at least 75% of my black of the 75% of the Read Black challenge from Black Pros. Let's see. Oop, almost flung the pen. Um I can only gush so much with my husband. He only likes my vampire reads. I can't wait. Let's listen. That's a benefit. Like I can't wait until it's my time to be back into a relationship and a healthy, happy relationship where Bay is just ready to listen to me talk about my stories because I will say my previous relationships um I didn't date readers, but I do appreciate the fact that they were more than happy to listen to me talk about the books that I read, and I definitely miss that. I definitely want to do that. Read an all black cast fantasy and sci-fi, or at least 75%. Yeah, because all black cast is definitely a bingo card for next year's Read Black challenge. But I want to be able, like, I would love to completely fill out the chart next year. Um, but I'm giving myself more grace because I'm also praying for more business. So, that prompts other things. Me and God been talking and I'm ready. I'm scared, but I'm ready. And so I'm going to have to remember to just, remember to take time for me to read books and just enjoy myself while also trying to grow business and stuff. So now all I'm doing is I'm just making my boxes. I like to essentially look like I'm compartmentalizing my thoughts, but compartmentalizing them on paper. So for me, that means making them in boxes. And I like color coordinating because, again, it just helps me see what's on the page better. Explore more Black mystery authors. I really like the dots. I like the dots on this page. I like them that they're dots but lines. I like it. Reading more backlist books is a goal too. Yeah. I have to go and look at my library and decide which books are going to the public library and which books are staying with me. And there are a lot of books that I bought last year that are just on the shelf that I'm making it my business that after January, whatever books that aren't pre-ordered or gifted for my birthday, I'm not allowed to buy any more books unless it's an auto buy author. Otherwise, I'm not allowed to buy any more books, and we'll see how long that lasts. Let's see. We're just going to call this the Romance Reading Challenge. Also, what I think I'm going to do what I think I want to do for the least fave genre month, the same way you guys are offering up books, I think I'm going to give Oshale one of my more violent but entertaining fantasy books for her to read that month and see if she actually gets through it. Hey Kara, Amari is already pre-ordered if I'm not mistaken. I think I already pre-ordered Amari. I have to double check because that's actually written in my other planner. So I have to double check. But Amari and the Night Brothers is being bought. There's absolutely no way I'm waiting because no. I talk about Amari and the Night Brothers and Arcane. I talk about those two things this year where I'm sure I've gotten on people's nerves. So 30 minutes of reading every day. I also need to get back into reading like my business books because I have a bunch of those on the shelf as well. That I've collected from watching successful entrepreneurs, and they talk about like the books that are on their shelves and stuff. I bought a bunch of those and I'm like, they're on my shelf just chilling too. Doesn't somebody do a backlist reading challenge where you're only allowed to read the books that are like in your house? If not, we can add that to the Black Pros list of things we need to get together. What time is it? Oh, it's 8:57. Shoot. It's been 2 hours. We're going to have to stop soon. So after I'm done with this page, we're going to have to stop because I have to adult and sleep. Finding Black fantasy with an all Black cast is harder than it should be. Understatement. Definite understatement. What is it called? I think another thing is like it's always like if it's a Black main character, then they always have like a spunky, like short white best friend or something. Or if it's a Black main character, like they always like need a white person in order to survive the story type thing. It's always interesting. Like I've noticed that a lot. And then a lot of the, especially like YA fantasy, a lot of YA fantasy does that where them just being Black, like not good enough. Like they have to be Black, but with a, like it's always that, or it's a throwaway character where it's like, let's do a stereotypical Asian. Or let's do, it always does that. Yeah, I've noticed that too. I'm not a fan. Um, I can read books and stuff that have it, but I would like our stories to have our stories and it just be us in the fantasy genre, especially because I mean in contemporary we can get it a lot more, but usually in those type of novels it's because somebody's brother got shot by the police or something. And I'm tired of those narratives as well. Not that they're not important, it's just that we've gotten so many of them since Thug. And I feel like we've gotten the message. And anybody who still doesn't get it doesn't want to get it. And we should stop making books to cater to them. So, yeah. And I think that another thing we also have to remember is that sometimes they do that kind of stuff because they want their books traditionally published. So they give in to what the publishers are saying would make the book sell more. And I really wish they didn't even have to do that. I really wish that that wasn't the case. Because some of the books with all black cast that were really promoted to us were really trash. So yeah, I'm not going to say my normal list of trash books, but y'all already know. I also like Son of the Storm for the fact that it is an adult fantasy. And the cover is very clear. The book is very clear. It's colored and we love it. So I really like it. So this is what my reading goals page is starting to look like. I like it. Like I said, when I do these type of goals and stuff and just reflection on like what I want to accomplish personally for the year, I like making boxes. I like compartmentalizing it. I like just kind of having a place to hold myself accountable. And then plus by doing it like this, I have the ability to check off places. So, you know, when I accomplish this, I can check it off and say like it's something that I paid attention to. So, I like these kind of pages. Like I said, I will be posting, what is it? I will be posting the book club list as soon as I get a better list. I will take a picture of the new releases that I wrote down and post them on my Instagram tomorrow. And I will also, I think it's not Friday, but Monday, we're going to go live and we're going to be doing my bullet journal. So we'll be getting my bullet journal ready for 2022. Yeah, and then I will also show you guys if you want tips and tricks how to vision board in your bullet journal. I'll also show you how to do that. But speaking of vision boarding, if you're looking for a Octavia E. Butler inspired one, and Jerry is hosting one, so there's a link I think on my community page for that. She's been working really hard on it. But yeah, we're going to be diving into the Scribbles That Matters bullet journal next week. So for all of you new bullet journalers, all of you, I'm scared, I don't know what to do, people, I got you. I'm going to do it live so you can see in real time how long it takes me to actually plan it out. Things you will need for that live are obviously the bullet journal. You'll need rulers, scissors, washi tape, markers, any type of printouts or cutouts that you want to use. I want to do a bucket list page this year. So I normally doodle on those pages, but if you're not a drawer, you might want to get some pictures off Pinterest. So get all of those together because we'll be back for that on Monday and we'll start this process. And then I will share with you guys my entire planner system and I'll be there for you guys to talk about it and stuff. But I think that's all of the, and then tomorrow, if you like Black Pros, we're going to be on the All Black Awards hoping to get this golden bookmark for the Naked Readathon. So let me scroll because I need to look at comments. I don't even like them calling important books. It's important for Black kids to get happy stories that showcase strong family relationships, but they don't call them important books. Facts. No one in Son of Storm is non-Black. It was great. Yeah, when I say important books, I'm not saying books that we consider important. I'm saying the books that are highlighted by white people because that's what the New York's Best Times seller list thing is anyway. Like they're not making books that are important to us. They're making books that are important to them because they would rather read about the instances that are happening instead of actually acknowledging that they happen in real life. They would rather see it in fiction than deal with it in real life, which is a whole other rant for a whole other day. It is 9:00 and your girl has to go because I got a wake up call at 5:30 that I got to get to because I've been working a lot of OT. And yeah, thank you guys for coming and hanging out with me. I will post the next thing. Don't forget to check the description box for other information. There is a list. Do not go out and buy every single washi tape you can find. Don't do that. Save your coin. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great day. Stay blessed.